The reality is this, you guys, is that AI is never going to replace you in this business, but somebody using AI could. So the choice after you watch this today is, are you going to take a step and do it and use AI to your advantage, or are you going to let your competition do it? So the reason I call this Prompt and Prosper is because if you learn to use AI with the proper prompts, you will become a magician. You will become arguably the best agent in your market. You could have the best scripts. You would have the best content. You could have the best videos. You can ask my wife. You'll probably communicate with your spouse better. It's very common for me, when my wife are maybe a little heated, for me to use AI and to say, please make this nicer. Please be more kind. And even after 34 years, my wife will be like, that's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me. And I'll say, no, that was the AI. Why AI matters. I want you guys to look around. There's a lot of people in this room. Point number, I want you to realize that 8 out of every 10 people that you look at are going to refuse to use this. Is that an advantage to you, or is it a disadvantage? So you can choose to use it and relish the fact that they're not going to. Know that your competition is going to refuse. Know that they're going to be stubborn and say, no, I don't want to do this, and then win. Because that's what happens. I need you guys to crush your belief. You are not behind. You are not, people have not blown past you in this. The time to start is always today. What you did yesterday was not relevant. So if you've been holding out and refusing to start, then the time is now. If you didn't want to look dumb, that's dumb, right? So what you need to do is to absorb what we teach today, take what we use, and practice. You guys, when's the worst time to start something new? Yesterday, right? When's the worst time to think about what you're gonna say? When you're saying it, right now. It's not the Matrix. It's not a robot yet. It might be soon, right? It's just pattern recognition, right? At scale. So it's the biggest pattern in real estate. If you're using AI, you're advanced, you're beyond everybody else, right? All it takes is for you to learn a little bit, to get outside your comfort zone, and it will automate everything you do. It will automate your tone. You can think of it as your very underpaid assistant. Why do I say underpaid? Because it's free. Now there is some cost. GPT Pro, that's $200 US a month, right? Would it surprise you to know that the few people, the 10 people in this room that pay for ChatGPT Pro has a unique advantage over all of you? They can do things that you just physically can't do, that you're unable to do. Have you ever come up against an agent that was 20, 30, 40 years of experience, and you thought, wow, I can't wait for the day when I'm that good? Now, a one-year agent can be that good, and nobody knows. That's why it's not too late. What is AI, right? Every single thing you touch in real estate falls into one of these 4 buckets: words, pictures, videos, sound. Is that fair? That's it. Words, videos, pictures, sound, right? There's 4 core categories. We're gonna cover them in depth later today, but really what it is, like I said, text, image, video, audio. Would it surprise you guys to know that I have YouTube channels where I'm publishing videos every single week, and it's in my voice and in my face, and it's not me? Now, once again, there are lots of free versions of this that are capable of doing this. There are some small paid versions of this doing this. I'm gonna teach you guys something. I hate the way that I look on video, even in my studio, even if I let the AI make me a little leaner, even if I let the AI make my voice a little deeper, right? I still hate it. So what my team does is when I record a video or when they do an AI video, I have a system where I say, just publish it, and we'll go back and look at it later. What do you guys think would happen if I watched the video before I let them publish it? It would never get published, you guys. Right? It would never get published. I promise you, it would never. Here's the magic about that. And what you like is not relevant. Who is it relevant to? The audience, right? The audience is the only relevant party in your social media, in your videos. Would it surprise you to know that the clients that I coach, I make them send video text messages and video WhatsApps every single day? What do you think the rapport building is through video? And how much better is it when they use AI to help them craft that video really quickly? I'm gonna show you today clients that have taken AI and invested a small amount of time, reduce their workflow by 5 to 10 hours a week, and on top of that, increase their production by double. IPO Framework. This is probably the most important slide that I'll show you today. This is what AI is great at. AI is great at doing menial tasks faster than your best assistant, right? It comes up with blogs, it comes up with posts, it comes up with videos, it comes up with captions, it comes up with emails, it comes up with text messages, follow-up, WhatsApp, you name it. All of that boring stuff that eats up your time, and the beauty of it is you still sound like you. Do you guys know that with ChatGPT that it keeps track of everything that you've done if you allow it to? There's a setting, and it will eventually, after using it enough, speak just like you. I'm a little snarky, if you guys haven't noticed already, so my ChatGPT is pretty rough. It'll be mean to people, and I'll be like, oh, that's perfect. Like, how did it get that for me? So this is what it is. IPO. IPO stands for input, process, output. I think that you guys could use IPO in every stage of your life. Do you think that the better the input that you put into AI, the better the process, the better it returns, it takes what you've taught it, and the output is, right? The reason that they talk about this with large language models is because where everybody fails with AI, where everybody could do better with AI is with the input part, with the prompt. Does everybody here know what a prompt is? You tell it something, it gives you something. All right, this is important. AI does not fix lazy. If you're lazy, the AI is going to be lazy. If you're on clear, with the AI is going to be on clear. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten into an argument with my AI telling it, clearly you're not paying attention. Clearly you're not hearing me, right? Does the AI understand that? Yeah, you know what the AI says? It says, please explain it better. I have actually had conversations with my AI where I say, are you stupid? And the AI says, depends on what information you give me. What most people do is they give the AI a poor prompt, and then they blame the AI and they say the AI doesn't understand or the AI is stupid. That's what most people do. Is that to your advantage? It is a huge advantage to you. This one prompt training that we're gonna do is a huge advantage. Now, this is the secret sauce. If you've ever thought, I asked it a question and it didn't give me an answer, this is it. It's because you missed one of these 5 pieces that we're gonna teach you. Google calls it TCREI, and we're gonna show that on the next slide, and we're gonna break it down for you in detail. Anyone can type anything, right? A pro prompts with structure. So we're gonna break it down step by step, as if we're like briefing you on a marketing. The TCREI framework, super difficult. I don't know why Google came up with it this way, but I'm gonna give it to you guys. First of all, it's the task. Number 1 is the task. Let's see, like, what do we want it to do? And then we're gonna give it the context. Like, what is the context behind this? How do I want AI to act? What do I want AI to do? Do I want it to write a post about a listing? And do I want it to speak like it's a profitable or a successful real estate agent? Am I gonna say to the AI, you're a luxury Mexico City agent, right? And I want you to write a 3-line Instagram post. And if it was me, I want you to use a snarky tone, right? About a 2 million, 5 million, whatever it is, penthouse, and then see what it gives you. Because what will start happening for you guys is you're gonna start seeing results that you used to do 5 or 6 different prompts to get, or probably even better than even after you did 5 or 6 prompts, right? So then we're gonna give it some ever references, and then we're gonna evaluate. What do you guys think Google means by evaluate? Anybody? But it will really make you a little bit better. So evaluate. So we take a look at what it gave us, and then we tell it, what we need to change, iteration. So here's the task, here's the context, here are the references. It gives us something, and then we're gonna evaluate what it gives us, and then we're gonna change, right? We're gonna irradiate. We're gonna say, do this again, but do this. Okay? Historically, if you do it this way, just so you guys know, it's 2 prompts and you're done. So it's the initial, and then it's the small little changes that you wanted to make, and then it's gonna provide you something that you read and you get a big smile on your face and you're like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. When you do this, you will see a difference in your business immediately. If you use this across the board, you'll see a difference in your relationship. You'll see a difference in how you parent. You will be shocked at the small, and look, it doesn't change you, but it can help you. Do you think it's better for AI to tell me to be nice to my wife than for me to yell at her? I can assure you this makes you better when you allow it to. Okay? All right, this is my favorite hack, right? When you start with you are a. So if I were a real estate agent in Mexico City or Guadalajara or Cabo, what do you think I would tell it? Anybody? You are the #1 real estate agent in Mexico City. Or I may say to it, if I were having AI help me design a speech today, I may say, you are the world's foremost expert on public speaking. Review every book that is available and everything online that is available about public speaking and help me, boom. The minute you do this hack, everything in the AI shifts. Now I'm gonna teach you a little secret. In all of the AIs, this is available, but in ChatGPT and especially in Gemini, for those of you that use Google, there's a little, and Grok, there's a little button that says deep research. Oh, you guys are gonna love this. Okay, so you are the world's foremost expert in this, and I'm going to ask you this and this, and I press the deep research button, and then I say, ask me any questions you have before you do this research. Let's go, and I hit go, and this is what'll happen. AI is gonna go very quickly. Question number 1, who is this for? Who's the audience? And it's gonna ask me anything that I missed. And then I'm gonna go, number 1, this is the answer. Number 2, here we go. Number 3, here we go. And then I go. Here's the difference between deep research and everything that you guys have done for those of you that haven't done deep research. The AI is gonna take 10 or 15 minutes now. And it's gonna read everything on the web. And it's gonna come up with a diatribe of exactly what you're looking for in super detail, and it's gonna tell you why. Now, I'm gonna teach you later how to ask it to share its chain of thought. So I may say, share your chain of thought. Why did you come up with this? And then it's gonna keep going. And then by the time I'm done with that deep research, I'm gonna say, simplify this for me in bullet points. Or make this a video so I can teach it to my students or my clients. Or make this a video so it makes me the foremost expert on real estate in Mexico City. And then AI is gonna do that. And then ask me any questions you have. It's gonna say, what keywords are you going for? And what is your goal? And who's your primary client? And it's gonna ask you all this. You're gonna answer those questions, and then it's gonna do that. When you tell it that it's an expert, it becomes an expert beyond the simple question. And when you hit the deep research button, it takes you to a whole new level, right? This is, we call that is a persona prompting. That's this. right? AI loves personas. You are the world's foremost expert on love. You are the world's foremost expert on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, how about this? You are the world's foremost expert on Facebook ads. Research every real estate ad ever made. Now, it's gonna take AI a long time to do that as that persona. Now I could say, I want you to respond in this way. You're this expert, you're gonna respond in this way, right? Remember, the more clear you are with the rules, right, the faster it learns. So if you let it go with a persona like this, it could take 20 or 30 minutes. I've had an AI running overnight before where an hour and 2 hours later, it hadn't given me a result yet. So sometimes I have to be like, stop. Let me tighten this up a little bit. Let me put some constraints on this for you so that I can deliver the message I need to deliver here in the next 20 minutes because I've been waiting for you for 2 hours and I've run out of time. Look, this is your one cue to get specific, right? The more clear you are on the rules, the faster it learns. Okay, constraints, improve output. That's what we were talking about a little bit there, right? So I may say to the AI, give me this output in 15 words. Give me a clear call to action. Give me SEO or keywords that are the top search keywords in my industry. So what then it will do is it will follow up what it says, like still paying for heating, that's cute, move to Cabo or move to Mexico City, right? It's hot, right? Living in Cabo, explaining snow tires, ready to switch, message me. Wake up to ocean views. I can tell it anything that I want and it's going to follow these constraints and it's gonna match those and give them back to me and give me what I want. Look at, what you guys need to understand is that some of you are accidentally taking what the AI gives you and parroting it back out and sounding like robots. Have any of you guys ever produced something AI and then after you read it, you're like, that sounds like a robot, right? How do you guys think you stop AI from sounding like a robot? Say, talk like me. Talk like a human. Pretend you're this. Generate a comprehensive blog post and make mistakes and make grammar errors. Would you guys be shocked to know that I tell AI to make mistakes and grammar errors all the time? Right? So if we're developing a post for Instagram, is there a certain number of words that we can use? Is it maxed out? What is it, 400, right? If we're doing a post on X, is there a maximum number of words? There's a constraint that we have to put on. When I want something in a paragraph, sometimes I don't want 10 paragraphs or an entire page to explain something to somebody. Where else would this be powerful? Constraints. Okay, if you're talking to somebody who's very loud, very audacious, and very short, and they're a driver, you're gonna, and they were just like, just tell me exactly what I need to know about this property. You're gonna wanna tell the AI, talk to them like they're a driver, be a driver. If you talk to somebody that is telling you their life story about why this house is perfect and how it's right by the school and how they have 14 kids and blah, 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 you're gonna tell the AI, talk to them like they're inexpressive. Give me 3 paragraphs to answer this. Because people like themselves, you guys, and now you're communicating to them in their language using constraints on the prompts in your AI. You're telling it how to be, you guys are gonna hate me for this, human, right? Probably the next slide, I think. Thank you. My slides didn't change. When you wanna sound like a human, you need to tell it to sound like a human. Right? You need to tell it, hey, do this. Make it sound like me. For those of you that have been using, if you've been using ChatGPT since it first came out, raise your hand. Come on. Hey, you guys, there's a little checkbox in the settings when you're on a computer. It's not on your phone. I think it may be on your phone, this checkbox, that says you have access to use my search, use my history, use all of my searches. Make sure that checkbox is checked. Why do you guys think that is? Because then it's you. It talks like you. It speaks like you. It does everything like you. Knows you. Like, it is you. Also, does everybody here know that, like with ChatGPT, there are custom instructions? Does everybody know what that is? I didn't put it in here because we assume that you won't be able to see it on your phone. If you're on a computer, you can see it. In ChatGPT, if you go to settings and you go to custom instructions, there are 3 boxes there that you can tell the AI how you want it to act. So in other words, he has to have a comma before the and in his messages because his mother was a college professor, right? My AI says, be a jerk, be snarky, be confrontational. It says that. But it also says, this is my experience, this is my background, here's all this, I've got all of this. When you're in your ChatGPT and you go to settings and you go to custom instructions, all you have to do is, for each box, open a second tab and go to AI and say, I'm writing the custom instructions for this box in ChatGPT under this. Help me write these instructions. What questions do you have for me that would teach you to write more like the way I want you to write? And what do you think AI is gonna do? It's gonna ask you all these questions, and then when it's all done, it's gonna be like, boom, here's your custom constructions. And then you copy those and you put them in that box. And then the AI is becoming more like you. Would that be valuable to you? Would that shorten the amount of time that it takes you to do these things? AI is your extra assistant. So if you take all of these things that we're teaching you, and we'll talk about it a little bit here later, and you buy back an hour a day, let's say. Does anybody know what that gets you? If you had an extra hour a day, there's 250 working days in the year, there's 260, but there's about 10 holidays, right, on those. So if you had an extra hour a day, and you work 250 days a year, I know some of you work weekends, some of you work more, some of you work less, that means you got 250 hours back. And if you took that time and you applied that to your business intelligently, you got 250 hours, right? For those that are good in math, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, so you got 6 weeks. So you just got 6 weeks that your competitors don't have. You literally have 6 weeks more time than everybody you're up against. How valuable is that to you? How are you gonna use it? How are you gonna take that time and use it?
All right, guys, we just covered the prompting fundamentals, but remember, AI handles words, pictures, videos, and sound. We conquered words today. In part 2, I'm showing you the exact tools for creating images, videos, and audio that'll blow your mind. We're talking professional listing photos, marketing videos in your voice. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss part 2. It'll be dropping soon. Trust me, you're going to want to see this. I'll see you in the next one.